My name is Karina Ruiz. I live in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm a DACA recipient, and I decided to apply to the Rhizome Center for Migrants program because as a DACA recipient, right now we're working on some sort of immigration reform and advocacy for immigrants in the US, but it always comes up security at the border. And I needed to understand better the situation that migrants are going through in Mexico in order to be able to have a better conversation with my representatives and officials in the government in the US. I see that they're pinning immigrants that are already living in the US against people who see as invaders in caravans, and I don't think that that should be the conversation. I think that all immigrants should be seen as assets, as contributors, and as an immigrant in the US, I wanted to understand better what immigrants go through in Mexico, and that's why I decided to apply for this program. Yes, the program really exceeded my expectations. I wasn't sure what I was going to come to see, but I definitely learned. We talk about different actors that are involved, stakeholders, and they're helping immigrants here in Mexico, from like the legal perspectives to the needs and the necessities and how they're being helped in a humanitarian way. We even had a chance to go to visit a couple of shelters, and I think definitely what was more eye-opening is how the resources are not distributed in an equitable way, and so just understanding that there's not even immigration courts here in Mexico was very eye-opening for me, because you know, there could be abuse that is happening to migrants, and there's no really any place where they can, an impartial place where they can complain to have a fair and just treatment. So I think that also to me it was important to learn about the narrative here in Mexico in regards to this movement of people and how some of them are deciding to stay in Mexico and some others are deciding to keep on going to the United States as a place of destination still. So it was very important for me to see these perspectives, and I think the program did a very good job in presenting all of these different situations, from transit of migrants from Mexico to people from other countries that decide to settle here and establish themselves, and really the few ways that people can become regularized. So yeah, it was definitely, you know, it exceeded my expectations. I wish we had more time to have more conversations with more migrants. And I wish that our elected officials in the US would come here, and that the Mexican government would have more genuine interactions with migrants as well. I definitely recommend the Rhizome Center for Immigrants program because it is useful for any advocate of immigrants in the US. Immigration is not just an issue of one country, but I believe it is an issue that affects people, real people in the whole Latin American region. And we need to learn about the situation that's happening here in Mexico with immigration in order to be better advocates. So I definitely recommend it to any law student, any person really that has the interest in being an advocate or that wants to learn more about immigration here in Mexico. It is a good program that I recommend.